So let this just vibe out for a second with that with me. All right, bear with me. Woo-wee. That joint right there, man. I don't know about you, but if you like hip hop, you gotta like that beat right there. Yo, shout out to the real dark-skinned Jermaine for that beat. We gonna get into that in a minute. Yo, what's good? What's really good, y'all? Peace, everybody out there in the internet world. You know who it is, man. If you don't, you tuned into the right place to find out. This is the Coach's Corner on Konnected TV. I am your host, Coach Terry 803. Please make sure you follow me on all social media. Same handle. I'll make sure I get back. Follow you too. Yo, sometimes it takes me a minute to kind of go through the notifications and get back at you, but I promise you I'm going to get back at you. I'm going to give you a follow. All right, hit me up. Let's connect. Let's build. Let's work. Let's network. Yo, if you got some promo gear you want me to plug on the show, hit me up on my email. Boom, right at KKONKTV@gmail.com. Once again, that's KKONKTV@gmail.com. Basically, it's the name of the show. Coach's Corner on Konnected TV @gmail.com. All right, hit me up if you got beats. I'll play your beats. I'll tag you in that. Hopefully you get some followers, some shout outs, some people that want to buy your beats and network and build. That's how we do it on the Coach's Corner, man. Each one teach one. I shine, you shine, we all shine. Everybody looks good at the end of the day. All right, yo. This is episode number 8. Episode 8. Yes. It's It's been a minute, man. I know. Listen, I told you, Coach has so much going on. We're going to get into some of that, but I ain't going to hold you too long with his intro. I do have to let you know, however, you can find the Coach's Corner on Konnected TV on your Firestick and Roku TV. Yes, did you know that? All you have to do is get your Firestick out. Boom. Turn the TV on. Go to the App Store, install the Konnected TV app, Konnected app, right? It's connected, but just with a K, all right? Boom, you see it right there. So go install that Konnected TV app. It's on Firestick, it's on Roku. You can watch the Coach's Corner. There's also a lot of other dope content on there from the Konnected brand. What is it connected? Who is it connected? Well, you need to get connected so you can find out. There's Konnected DJs, there's Konnected Radio, Konnected Magazine. Obviously, you got the podcast, the Coach's Corner. You got DJ shows. You have a lot of dope content that's on the Konnected TV app. So you can go ahead and install it, man. It's free. Why not? Gosh, man, go ahead, man. It'll take you like maybe a minute or so to download, depending on the speed of your Wi-Fi. If you got that old Obama phone Wi-Fi, then it may take you a little bit, but you know what I'm saying, if you like us and you got that Spectrum, you know what I'm saying, you should be all right. This is the Coach's Corner. I already said that. What am I doing? What's my point? What's my aim? What's my goal? What's the mission? What are you talking about? What are you doing here? Well, this is your intersection of sports, special interest, and social commentary, all rolled into one package for your brain to digest. Chew that up. It's food for thought, nourishment for your body, food for your mind. All right, I'm trying to feed your soul with this show. Leaning neither left nor right, walking straight down the middle to help you solve this riddle called life. That's what we do here in the Coach's Corner. So it's more than just sports. Yes, I'm a coach. I coach 3 sports. I coach track, football, and basketball. But it's bigger than that because I am more than just a coach, right? I have a lot of different interests. My background is very diverse. I've done a lot of different things in my life. Yeah, shout out to me and all the other Tauruses. I just had a birthday this past week, May 8th. You can hit me up on my Cash App if you feel so inclined. I don't know. Everybody else do it. And I know you don't do stuff because everybody else do it. I know I'm not saying that. I'm just, whatever, man. If you want to show me some love, show me some love. If you don't, whatever. I don't expect it. But this episode, I'm representing my hometown, baby, Buffalo. This is a t-shirt from one of the schools I attended, the University of Buffalo Bulls. Yes, I did. I know I always talk about HBCUs and Johnson C. Smith. And so I started at Smith. I did my first 2 years there. And then Coach ran into a little bit of trouble. But anywho, and so I did my last 2 years at UB. And was actually where I graduated, got my undergrad degree from. And then a couple years ago, I went back and got my master's from Columbia College. I think I got a mug from Columbia College right there. You know what I'm saying? Boom, representing those koalas. So yeah, 20 plus years after I got my undergraduate degree, I went back and got my master's. So just showing you, man, you can do anything you put your mind to. You're never too old. It's never too late. If you got a goal, man, go for it. You know what I'm saying? That's why the first 2 letters of goal is go, because that's what it's telling you to do. Get up off your and go for it. All right? Yo, that's the intro. I'm the coach. This is the corner. You're here. I'm here. Let's kick back. All right? Listen to the sounds of the real dark-skinned Jermaine. Sip on my water. Get my notes ready for this next segment. All right, y'all kick back. I'll be right back. Yeah, that joint is real smooth, real funky right there. All right, bust it. We are back in the corner. First segment up, this is second base. Why is it second base? How come this isn't like first something, right? Because if you notice, every segment name is like a sports theme, right? I hope you picked up on that. Yeah, so because you got the tip-off, that's how you always start the game, right? Tip-off. Or in football, it's a kickoff. Or in baseball, it's the opening pitch. But I use the basketball term for the tip-off, and then next you go into second base, and then, you got third down in the fourth quarter, so on and so forth. I just thought it would be cool to kind of name the segments, keep the sports theme going, even though this is the Coach's Corner, your intersection for sports, special interests, and social commentaries, way, way bigger than the world of sports. Also, I'm representing, what hat is this? I'm representing for my high school, McKinley High School, Mack High. Class of 95. Yeah, I'm an old head. I told you, I just had a birthday. I turned 47. But look, I'm cool with that, man. Like, people, one thing about me, look, I embrace aging. You know what I'm saying? Because it's only one way that your age actually stops. And that means you're dead. So I want my numbers to keep running up, as the kids say. Like, run it up. I'm not trying to have my numbers stop. You know what I'm saying? No time soon. So I'll gladly tell people that. Plus, I know, I don't look 47. I know, at least I think, like, I remember back when I was younger, right? Like, I used to hear people ages be like, dang, they old. Like, man, and then when you get to them numbers, like, I remember one day I was chilling outside my uncle and my aunt's house, and we was just kicking it, having a cookout or something like that. I was talking to my uncle, and he's like, yeah, T, I've been out of high school 20 years, man. And I was like, damn, like, so you get like, what, like 37, 38? He was like, yeah, I'm 38. And I was like, wow, like, and then once I got 38, I'm like, yo, that's nothing. And I was like, same thing, like 47. When you hear 47, you think, yo, 50 is around the corner. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about 50 push-ups. I ain't talking about 50 cent, none of the others. I'm talking about the big 5-0. Man, the golden anniversary of life. That joint right around the corner. But I swear, yo, like I tell my kids all the time that I teach and I coach, like, life goes fast, B. Like, I swear, man, high school, college was not that long ago. Like I was telling you, I went to Johnson C. Smith. So that's why when people say, where'd you go to school? I usually say Smith. I love UB. Don't get me wrong. I got a lot of UB gear, representing my hometown, Buffalo. Obviously, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I got my undergraduate degree there in accounting and internal auditing. I did a dual degree. I got love for UB. But when I went to UB, like, I was just on a mission to graduate. Like, I wasn't there trying to make friends. I was trying to socialize. And then coming from a small HBCU to a pretty large PWI, that's predominantly white institution, if you're not in the know. But, so Smith, where it's all black people. I mean, obviously you have a few white kids sprinkled in. One of them, my guy Steve from Buffalo. But, you go from a population of about maybe 1,300. My high school was 1,500. So Smith had less people than my high school. And then you go to UB, University of Buffalo, where it's 34,000 students. Like, you know what I'm saying? So you become just a number, especially a black student. Like, the small population. And you have things like the Black Student Union. They try to cope with that and deal with that and give you, various outlets. But like I said, man, like, what Then 2 years I was there, I was on a mission to graduate. Like I took as many credit hours as I could every semester to summer school, so I get up out of there. Because a lot of my stuff didn't transfer, liberal arts college, so on and so forth. But that's the whole. You know what? I might do a segment on that. Because I coach a lot of high school kids, and as they get ready to prepare for college, these are things they need to know about when you think about transferring. Is how are your credits going to transfer? Because yes, I know you guys, transfer for sports and things like that, but at the end of the day, you want that paper, that piece of paper that's going to help you get more paper in the long run. Because I know without my degree, I wouldn't have been afforded a lot of the opportunities that I have. The degree gets you in the door, and then your hard work and your work ethic has to speak for itself and carry it on from there. But again, if I didn't have that degree and those credentials to get me in the door, I couldn't have showed them just how amazing I am. Oh, man. All right, look. I know I veered off topic a little bit, but I told you, man, this is the corner. This is what we do. I got my thing laid out right here. Boom. I already told you I got my notes. I prepare. But I just talk, man, as the mood strikes and different things come up. I want to highlight this. I want to talk about that and spend more time here. So that's what we do. Just the corner. That's why you love it. That's why you tune in every episode. All right. So in second base, we're going to talk about the NBA playoffs, y'all. And the playoffs are in full swing right now. At the time of recording this, the first round has been completed. We are in the second round, which is the conference semifinals. Let me just say something about this, about the 7 games in the first round. I mean, it seems unnecessary to me. There should probably be 5 games and then get the 7 games here. But it is what it is. The play-in tournament, I don't know. You say, well, it gives more teams an opportunity. I say, my goodness, you had 82 freaking games to prove yourself. Why are we playing another game or two with these bottom-tier teams? You had 82 games to figure it out. No, that's just, I know why they did it. It's a moneymaker. You wanted to keep the older guys in it, the LeBrons, the Currys, the Durant's, because they playing in the playoff, the play-in games every year. You don't think their teams are strong. They need that little crutch. And I don't know, man. But anywho, let's get into it. So go back. Inside joke between me and the viewers of the corner. So if you're new to the corner, I think it was back in episode 2. I did that coming back in from a break. And I was like, yeah, you know how old people, when they drink something, they be like, yeah, boy, that stuff right there, boy. Oh, yeah. So that's just a little inside joke we have with that. So when you see me do that, that's why. All right. So let's talk about the NBA season. Let's go back to my prediction first. I was wrong. All right. Straight off the bat. I'm not going to deny it. I was wrong. Okay. I said that, I said it was going to be Phoenix and Milwaukee. All right. A couple of things, though, before you laugh at me too hard, because I'm already laughing at myself. I didn't think, I mean, come on now. Who knew that them dudes was going to, well, I was going to say who knew that them dudes would be hurt most of the season. But history should have told all of us that they were going to be hurt. Bradley Beal was carrying the load in Washington, and that put a lot of wear and tear on his body the last couple years. And he was hurt a lot. Before he got traded to Phoenix, and that just carried over. KD actually played more games than he played in a while, but he has a tendency to sit out some games. He's an older dude, too. He's like 35, so he played a lot of ball, a lot of minutes his career. Book always hurts. It seems like it's always a hamstring or something with Book. And I know you can't run up and down the court without a hamstring. I get that. Hamstring is a serious injury for any athlete because you use your legs, and no matter what sports you do. But it just seemed like his hamstring is always hurt. It's like, come on, dude, stretch, do something, get some massages, do something. So Phoenix, that was a disaster. Ended up getting their coach fired, which I thought was wrong. I mean, you can't blame Frank Vogel that he didn't have a point guard. You can't blame Frank Vogel they didn't have a rim protector. That's on the GM and really the owner, because the owner was in the back pulling all the strings for this team, telling the GM who he wants and how aggressive he wants to move. So I'm looking at that's a failure up top. Frank Vogel just became the scapegoat. As of yesterday, they hired Mike Budenholzer. I mean, we'll see. He got a chip. He won his chip in Milwaukee. I thought he was a good coach in Milwaukee. Obviously, Giannis didn't want him there because he got fired, and then Giannis didn't want the replacement, Adrian Griffin, and he was fired, and apparently they wanted Doc Rivers. Like, make it make sense, dude. You had... Listen. So that's my other pick. So that's why I jumped straight to Milwaukee, right? Because I have Phoenix playing Milwaukee in the finals. I figured Dame and Giannis was going to be like, boom, like Batman and Robin, peanut butter and jelly. You know what I'm saying? Sweet tea and sugar. Like, bro, the pick and roll game should have been crazy. But I don't know. Dame, and I get it. He's dealing with some personal stuff. And I don't want to sound insensitive, but, man, hey, you're a professional. That's all I'm going to say. It doesn't matter how much you get paid, because people say, well, you get paid tens of millions and hundreds of millions of dollars, and he does. But regardless of that, because you're accountant, you're a plumber, the guy who does the stitching on the bags from an AAU team, we all go through stuff, personal stuff, but you still expected to show up to work and do your best and work. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I hate to say nobody feels sorry for you, but nobody feels sorry for you. I said I hate to say it, and I said it. So I don't hate to say it. But I'm just saying it doesn't bring me joy to be like, man, I don't care about your problems. Because we do. Going through a divorce is difficult for anybody. It doesn't matter how much money he has. And I can, like you said, being away from his kids. I think he has twins. Being away from his kids. But again, that's part of the deal, bro. Like, I don't want, no. You can't take the $200-300 million contracts and then you crying and whining like, oh, I'm living on the other side of the country for my kids and I'm going through stuff. Man, we all go through stuff, dude. Like, imagine being, the woman who has to work a fast food job to support her family, and then she's dealing with stuff also. Like, it could be a whole lot worse. So I don't want to be, unsympathetic to his issues, because I am, as a man, as a brother, as a human being. I totally get it. But it's not an excuse for not performing at your job. Like, it's just not. And if you want to make excuses for that, then I think you need to look in the mirror at yourself too. All right, but anyway, obviously I was wrong. So my finals pick was completely wrong about that. But recapping the season, just overall in general, man, it was kind of a weird season. I mean, you saw the rise of the young pups. You see Minnesota really take off, even though they're not super young, but they're young. They have a good mixture, of young, medium, and then older guys. So I think Minnesota, man, what's the cat named? Chris Finch, doing an excellent job with them. Their defense is tenacious. They'll pick you up 94 feet and play you like an AAU team, man. And I love it. OKC as well. Shea. Listen, man. Shea is a kid that I've never paid attention to. Shea. A lot of my AAU kids was loving him coming out of college. Man, Shea, SGA, man, he gonna be Shea. And I'm like, you know what? And honestly, what it is for me, y'all, like, I don't get caught up in that or the next wave or the next great thing, because, frankly, these kids watch the YouTube highlights when these dudes are in high school, and a lot of times they're just way more talented than the other cats they're playing. But when they play against other dudes just as talented as them, you know what I'm saying? It don't always. So I don't get caught up in it. Oh, he was, I saw him on YouTube, or he was on this is highlights or this or that, or even what they do in college a lot of times. Because, a lot of these one and done guys, they'll go to programs where they can get featured for that year. So yeah, it looks different because you got the green light. Like, you got the ball all the time. The coach ain't getting on you. He's not coaching you hard because he don't want to run you off, because that's the reason they got you in the first place. That's a whole other thing. We're going to do a topic on recruiting very soon. I got some interviews lined up with some coaches, and we're going to get to the meat and potatoes of recruiting. But anyway, talking more about the NBA season, Wemby, outstanding, just as I predicted during the draft. And shout out, speaking of outstanding rookies, shout out Gregory G.G. Jackson II, my guy from right here in Columbia, South Carolina, Ridgeview High School, coached him in high school, won a state championship with him, his last year in high school. Again, just to kind of recap his journey, he left high school. Well, he reclassed his junior year because he was so about his business at school. He had enough credits to graduate as a junior. So he was able to reclass after his junior year. We won state to a senior, and that enabled him to go to University of South Carolina and play there as a freshman when he should have been a senior in high school. So that's why he was the youngest player in the league, because he was drafted after 1 year at South Carolina in the second round by the Grizzlies. And there was a lot of people around Columbia. Yeah, I heard you fat mouths talking. Oh, he should have stayed second round pick, this and that. He ain't got no guaranteed money. Who's laughing now? That's where there's an old adage. When's the last time you heard that word? Some of y'all probably never heard that word. But it's basically just like an old expression, a common saying. There's an old adage that says, he who laughs last laughs best. And that's why. Because a lot of times it's about the long term, man. If you stay focused and you continue to work on your craft and get better, no matter what it is, man, you're going to achieve success. And that's all he did. He kept his head down. He stayed humble. He worked. He went to the G League and he worked. He didn't complain. He didn't cry. He worked and worked and worked. And then when Memphis had all those injuries and he got his call up to the league, he put on, scoring 30 points, just boom, 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 whatever he wanted to, basically. Got LeBron talking about him. Got Giannis talking about him. Got Shaq talking about him. Got the whole league talking about Gigi Jackson. They calling him by his nickname, Gigi. Like, it's so great to see because he's such a good dude, man. You know what I'm saying? Much continued success, G. Love you, dude. You know what I'm saying? The all the trips that we took in high school and, you know, bugging out in hotels and airports and, you know, at the gym, before games, locker room, all that stuff, man. And I know you're gonna make it, and it just don't surprise me at all because your work ethic was super ridiculous. And I tell all my kids, I coached the middle school team this year at where I teach at, the middle school basketball team. Something I haven't done in a long time. I coached high school for a few years, obviously, and I used to coach middle school. I coached at Summit 2 seasons, like in 17 to 18. So it's been a while since up to middle school level. But man, I use you as an example all the time. From the time you walked in the Ridgeview, you know, as a freshman, you know, on varsity, just trying to get, you know, 8-9 minutes a game and staying humble, keeping your head down and working, getting up shots after games, you know what I'm saying, before games, working out. And this is the perfect example, man, for these kids to see. So shout out to Gigi, shout out to Julian Phillips doing his thing. Also, man, for the Chicago Bulls, another kid who stayed down from the same area over here in Blythewood. You know what I'm saying? Watch him rise up too, man, and do his thing. Had a great year at Tennessee last year, one and done kid. So man, it's beautiful, man, to see these dudes out here shining, man. And just wait, Columbia got so much more for y'all. Just wait. The next wave of ballers is coming, man. We're gonna flood the league, man, with South Carolina boys. Even though I'm from Buffalo, I'm from NY, but you know, this is my home base, man, and I see a lot of these guys. I watched them grow up, train some of them, coach a lot of them. So it's beautiful in that situation. So we're talking about the NBA. Now, I'm going to go back to the season and something that I saw a big change in, and I was pleasantly surprised to see it. I see Cleveland is adopting that. We talked about Minnesota. OKC is a big team. Boston is a big team. I'm liking to see Denver is a big team. Even the Lakers were a big team. Dallas is a big team. I love to see teams. Orlando, another young up-and-coming team, is a big team. I love to see teams with size. Pause. But you know what I'm saying? Getting back to that, I don't want to call it old school ball, but in a way it is. Like, it's not a slow down pace, even though the Knicks kind of play that style. It's just as far as with bigger, more physical players, and they do have the skill still. But I love the fact that a lot of guys are going to the mid range. They're coming up off the 3-point line, 1-2 dribble pull ups. You know, we call that drill work in my AAU program. That's drill work. When we see that happen, the guy get chased off the line or whatever the case, guy closing out too fast, pump fake him, boom, boom, knock down. Drill work. That's what we all yell out. So I love to see that happen a lot more in the league. The skill is great, man. Is very, very good. My Hornets, I'm not going to say my Hornets. The Hornets, they represent this area. You know what I'm saying? Charlotte's an hour away from here. So we go to again, like I said, used to be a Hornets season ticket holder. Still going to Hornets games every now and then. But the Hornets, another disappointing year. I don't know what MJ's doing up there, man. I'm not sure he knows what he's doing either. Brandon Miller had a decent year. Mellow balls, injuries. I don't know. PJ Washington looks better than ever now that he's in freaking Dallas. So it's just crazy guys get away, man, and they ball out. All right. So my predictions. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say that Boston's coming out of the East, and I'm still going with Denver coming out of the West. I mean, I said still going with. I'm going with Denver to come out the West, and I got Denver going back to back. Now, I should talk about Jokic winning his third MVP in 4 years, but that's going to upset me, and that's going to drag this segment way left because, I got a whole lot to say about that, and maybe I'll just go ahead and make that into a topic because Jokic winning, I'm not saying he's not a really good player, maybe the best player in the league. But if it was that easy, just being the best player in the league, why doesn't Shaq have more than one? Why doesn't Kobe have more than one? Why doesn't LeBron have more than four? Like make it make sense, dude. This dude's got more MVPs than Shaq and Kobe put together. I'm just gonna say that, and I'm gonna leave it alone. Dead, straight up and down, B. This is unbelievable. All right, NBA season. We're about to wrap it up. Let me know what you think. How bad was I on my predictions? Milwaukee versus Phoenix, and I had Milwaukee winning it all. That looks silly now because both teams lost in the first round. But now my new prediction, my amended, my revised, my updated prediction is Boston versus Denver, with Denver winning it all, going back to back to at least validate somewhat why Joker won his third MVP in 4 years. Some were saying he should have won 4 straight, which is asinine, bro. Anyway, I'm going to dead it right there. I'm going to drink my water. I'm going to play this beat by the real dark-skinned Jermaine. And I'll be right back. Don't go nowhere, though. You sit right there. I'll be right back. Yo, what's good? You know who it is. It's Coach Terry, man. Back up here in the Coach's Corner. You know what I do. Official voice of Allen University Athletics. Hey, you know. Listen, we back here in the corner, giving you some more behind the scenes, sneak peek behind the mic, behind the lens, all that good stuff of what I do as the PA announcer for Allen. So this is our spring game. And if you know anything about football, you know that the spring game is your first look at the team for the upcoming season. So this is our first look at the 2024 version of the Yellow Jackets. Took some big losses, lost the head coach, Teddy Keaton, going on to do great things at Clark Atlanta. I know he will. Shout out to you, my dude, Coach Keaton. But we got a new coach in here, man. He's going to bring the pain, bring the fire, and keep the buzz here with the Yellow Jackets. Also, we lost our star quarterback, David Wright, who was conference MVP last year. If you go back to episode, I believe it was episode 4, when I took you behind the scenes of a day in the life of PA announcer at Allen football, I told you he was going to be a bad boy before the season started, and he lived up to that. So shout out to you, my dude, DW3. But listen, man, that's what it is. Transfer portal wide open. You got to keep kids in the program. We got new recruits coming in. We got transfers too. So we're going to take a look at it, man. Yo, sit back, enjoy it. I hope you learn something, and I hope you come out and support Allen football this season. All right? I'll be right back to wrap it up. Good afternoon and welcome everyone to today's 2024 spring football game for your Allen Yellow Jackets. President Dr. Ernest McKinley and Athletics Director Jasher Cox welcomes you to today's game and thanks you for supporting Allen football. Today's game will be a 4-quarter, 40-minute scrimmage. The game clock will only stop during timeouts. Today's scoring system will be standard for the offensive team. Touchdowns are worth 6 points. Field goals are worth 3 points. And extra points are worth 1 point. As for the defensive team,
If they score a touchdown, it is worth 6 points. If they force a turnover, it is worth 4 points. A sack of the quarterback is worth 2 points. A fourth down stop is worth 3 points. And a 3 and out is worth 1 point. For information on today's scoring system, it is listed on the roster sheets that are available at the front entrance gate. We will be beginning shortly. We thank you once again for supporting AU football. Pass completed. Montreal White finds an opening. The defense crosses the 4. Straight up the middle, number 20, Jaquan Thompson goes a long way and picks up a Yellow Jackets. First down. Bo Harrington finds some running room around the right side, picks up a Yellow Jackets. First down. Bo Harrington coming off a monster season. Fumble on the exchange. Reese falls on it. Justin Eaton in the backfield applying pressure, and that brings up fourth down. Reese scrambles for a couple. Yellow Jackets fans, while we got this time, let me just give you a couple of reminders that you can find all of the Yellow Jackets scores, schedules, rosters, recaps, and a whole lot more online at auyellowjackets.com. You can also please follow the Yellow Jackets on all social media at AU Yellow Jackets. And please save the dates. Home games, September 21st against Point University. The following Saturday against Miles College, September 28th. Week after that, versus Albany State on October 5th. 2 weeks following then against those BC Tigers on the October 19th. Closing out the home schedule versus Central State on November 2nd, which is homecoming. Save those dates and we hope to see you here. That's a good spot right there. I also want to point out another product that I am wearing that I'm going to promote. And you can see that right there. All right, nice little beaded bracelet. It says, "Can I bend my arm the right way?" Coach T. Beaded bracelet by Beaded Jewelry. Shout out to my niece, Bella Rose. This is her business. Yeah, my niece has a business. So go and support my entrepreneur niece. She makes the jewelry, the beaded jewelry for you, different colors, letters, symbols, numbers, whatever you want. Like I just have I ordered 4 or 5 of these in different colors. Coach T, Coach G, different styles. So you can hit her up, man, and just let her know what you want, and she'll custom create it for you, ship it out within about a week or so, man. And crazy. She's doing this all on her own. So I'll go ahead and throw the IG up here. Go ahead and support, man. If you got a couple dollars laying around, it makes a great little gift.
for whoever, for yourself. You see, I wear them. I have about, like I said, maybe 4 or 5 of these in different colors that I wear depending on what fit I'm going with. So this next topic, this next one is a hot one, man. Oh my goodness. I'm glad that I'm recording actually around this time so we can speak on this. It's the beef. What do you mean, what beef? The beef. The beef. Like, Drizzy, Kenny, Drizzy. Who you got? This is a clash of the Titans, man. All right, we're gonna go all the way back. We're gonna go all the way back because I'm a hip hop head, so this is right in my wheelhouse. You dig, man? Rap beef. So rap beef is not new. Rap beef goes way, 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 way back to the inception of this thing. I'm just gonna go back to the first relevant rap beef for me in my lifetime. Again, remember, I told you I just turned 47, right? Hip hop just turned 50. So I'm about as old as hip hop. So, but I can't say I go back 47 years. I can go back about 40, clearly, right? I was about 7, kind of the first rap songs and all that I really remember. So it was an LL Cool J, MC Shan. I could not think of it. LL Cool J, MC Shan. That beef, and they was going back and forth to LL Cool Mo D. And then, it was a bunch of others like in between. You had Common and Ice Cube. Then of course you had, Ice Cube and versus NWA. And then Dre jumped over with Cube, and then it was them against Easy. And then it was, it was crazy. So you had a lot of different beefs over the years, man, that produced a lot of, good music. BDP stayed beefing with KRS-One, stayed into it with somebody. You had a lot of good beefs over the years, but my thing is that I'm going to highlight now is that these are beef between like 2 of the top guys. Like you had, Ice Cube and Common, that may have been probably the closest early beef we had with 2. But even then, Common wasn't revered the way he is now. Like Common was up and coming. A lot of people knew that he was dope and he was going to be there, but he wasn't. And Cube kind of was. So it was like Common was shooting up. You know what I'm saying? And then you had other beefs that came along. You know what I'm saying? You had you had Freeway, not Freeway, but from State Prop Beans. You had Beans and Kiss. That was good because those were 2, but again, it still wasn't equal. The closest thing I can go to is the Jay and Nas beef. That was around 2000, 2001, 2002. That time period right there, because those were 2 of the top dogs. Like, who's the best MCs? Biggie, Jay-Z, and Nas. Like, that was, man, seriously, like, at that time, and this was, so remember, Pac just got killed. Pac got killed in 96, September 13th, 1996. I remember I was sitting in my dorm room at JCSU when it happened. It was a Friday night. We was having a good time in the room. We need to get into the details. Me, my cousin James, rest in peace, and a couple other cats. We was hanging out, having a good time. And then, it came on the radio. Yeah, we listened to the radio. And the DJ stopped the music and was like, yo, we just got word, blah, blah, blah. Everybody was like, my cousin James was big Tupac fan. He had a tattoo on his arm, it says So Many Tears with the cross from the So Many Tears CD cover. So he was probably the biggest Pac fan I ever met in my life. So, I mean, he was devastated. We all was. So Pac got killed in 96. Biggie got killed March 9th, 1997, just a few months after that, 6 months, I believe, after that. So when that happened, it was really just Jay-Z and Nas. Because up to that point, it was kind of like the 4 of them kind of all battling to see who was the top dog. Snoop was kind of making his way into that conversation. Scarface kind of, sort of. But really at the top of the rap, it was like Biggie, Pac, Jay-Z, Nas. Like, that was kind of who was, considered the top dog at that time. So when Jay and Nas got into it, that was crazy because it was like, whoa, like 1 versus 1A, depending on who you like, basically. I mean, me, I lean more of a Nas guy, but that's just, I thought his wordplay, his patterns, his delivery, his lyrics, I just thought was just better than Jay-Z. Although Jay-Z is crazy slick with the wordplay. his analogies, his metaphors, like his wordplay is really slick. I just thought Nas just had a better pen as far as lyricism goes. That's my opinion. So that's how these things go. Now with the Drizzy and Kenny thing, it's kind of the same thing. It depends on what you like. You know what I'm saying? Like Drake, a lot of people don't like Drake. They say, oh, Drake's sensitive, Drake sing, he do this, he do that. I say, look, Drake is a musician. Drake is talented. Like, if more dudes could sing, they would sing. Like, I don't care what y'all say. Y'all can act hard, y'all can act tough all y'all want to. Man, if you sing, if you could sing, you would sing more too. Because I know I would. Like, I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I know I would sing if I could, but I can't, so I don't. I mean, stop. All right? Kenny's crazy bars. Like, Rigor Mortis is still, like, one of the dopest joints, man. Like, oh my goodness. If you never heard Rigor Mortis by Kendrick Lamar, just play that joint, man. Like that's one of those songs, like, I can listen to it at any moment in time. Like, I can just throw it on and boom, instantly it go crazy. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I have a Drake song that's like that. Drake catalog is stupid, though. Stupid catalog. And I wasn't the big Drake fan at first. Like, when this dude, when he first came out, like, so I knew about Drake on the mixtape level before, you know, all, like, the commercial stuff came out. So I used to, like, kind of feel him a little bit like, okay, he got some bars, he was rapping. But then, again, a lot of that commercial stuff came out, and then he was singing, and I was like, I feel y'all on a lot of that stuff. The singing, it was kind of light, right? But then I started listening. Yo, dude really got bars. Like, you can say what you want. I mean, you listen to something like Emotionless. You listen to Tuscan Leather. You know what I'm saying? That whole Nothing Was the Same joint. If you're reading this now, it's too late. That mixtape. Like, dude, that joint fire, man. The Scorpion. For all the dogs. Like, Dude can rap. All right, let's just leave it at that. Dude can rap before the kids say, oh, Coach, you glazing Drake. Y'all so stupid with that junk, man, glazing somebody. So it's like, I think that's the dumbest thing in the world. See, y'all be quick to call somebody a hater, but then when you show somebody love or support or you giving them props for something they can do well, now you glazing. Like, no, it's not glazing. I'm saying that somebody's good at something else. I'm securing myself to where I don't feel like, see, that's the problem with a lot of y'all. You're not secure, you're not confident in your own abilities. So you don't have the capability to big up somebody else, right? That's all it was. Like, for instance, rewind. Go back to this track meet. We had a track, matter of fact, it was a championship meet. And there was a kid, I'm standing over at the long jump pit with some of my boys and girls too. Like, I'm standing in the middle of the boys and the girls so I could talk to all my kids that's over there competing. And it was just one kid, I ain't gonna say what school he went to, but he was a big, strong looking kid. He played football. And he had a really nice jump. Like, he did everything I was trying to get my guys to do. And as he was going through the jump, I was explaining. I said, man, look at the power in his legs. I said, look how he got down. He exploded out, arms forward, all of that. The technique was beautiful, right? Kids over there, oh, man, you glazing him up, coach. Oh, my gosh. He ain't even your athlete. He was like, so what? And this was kids from other school. I'm like, so what? Kid had a nice jump. Like, what I'm going to say here, hate on him? Like, oh, man, you suck, kid. Like, these are kids. Like, y'all so dumb. Like, I'm an adult, first of all. Why would I not, like, congratulate this kid on having a nice jump and doing something well? Like, that's so stupid to me. I don't care what school he go to. Just like, for instance, I make sure that on our track meets, we bring our 6-pack of water bottles with us, and we fill it up. We have water bottles up there, like individuals for the kids, bottles of water, I should say. But I make sure that we have our team water bottles as well, the squirt ones, right? So I make sure that every time somebody come off the track, boom, we got water waiting there for you, you know, so to get you instantly hydrated. Well, it was one kid from another school, again, I ain't gonna name that school. He came off the track, and he was, like, exhausted. Like, it was probably the 800 or 1600, one of them long events. And he came off the track, boom, he just collapsed. And I'm giving my kid water. I said, yo, sit up, man. And I gave him one of our water bottles and gave him water. Like, so is that glazing too? Like, that's what I be trying to get these kids to understand, bro. Like, when you in competition, like, there's no reason you can't compete hard against somebody but still show love. Like, again, it's a kid. Why am I going to not give this kid water? We got plenty of water. We got a whole 6-pack full up right here. Like, why am I not going to give this kid water because he goes to a different school? Same thing is why I'm not going to give that kid props and tell him he did something well and pat him on the back because his coach wasn't over there. So maybe that was the only encouragement he was going to get, and that was from me. And I don't know. I just wanted to go back on that whole thing before, y'all say, oh, you Glaze and Drake, because that whole term just get on my nerves. It's like you can't have love for somebody else and show appreciation for somebody doing something else well without it being called glazing. Enough of that madness. Enough of that. Let's get back to the beef. Because that's what we're here to talk about, right? We're here to talk about that beef. Pause. Whoa, I had to... Oh my goodness, yo. I am so immature, man. But you have to be quick with stuff like that because people will take that and cut it up. And especially my kids, man. When I say my kids, I'm talking about my students at school and then the kids that I coach and work with and stuff like that, man. But again, that stuff like that keeps me young, man, and we have a good time. We sometimes joke around like that. But anyway, I'm talking about this squabble, this confrontation between these two young men. I don't know. I don't understand why Kendrick was so upset at the mention of a big three. I guess he said because y'all not on my level, so he took that personal. And I get that because rap is a competitive sport. Rap is a sport. It is. They just use words. They don't use athletic ability. They use mental ability to compete with each other. But it's I guess so. And then you had him jump on the track, Metro Boomin and Future. All right, so at first I had all the songs written down in order. But what I did yesterday, I listened to them all in order. Probably like 3 times, like the order of release, just so I can kind of keep a score. And to be honest, y'all, I don't really know who's winning. And no, I'm not copping out. If I had an opinion one way or the other, I would give you my opinion. I just don't think anybody's winning right now. I say that because these songs are so different from, like, okay, old man, get off my lawn, you kids. I know that's what I'm going to sound like. But when I go back to 2000, when the Jay and Nas beef, when Qtr came out and the Takeover came out, and I left condoms on your baby seat, all that stuff was dropped. What was that? That was called Super Ugly. When all that stuff was hitting, Got Yourself a Gun, man, them joints, they was just dropping bars, bro. Like, it was just boom, 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 boom. Like, who's gonna withstand the longest to stand in there? Some of these shots are shots, but they still kind of like disguise and stuff and trying to be slick. And no, man, this is rap beef, man. Have you ever heard the song No Vaseline by Ice Cube? Go ahead, Google that. No Vaseline by Ice Cube. There's nothing nice about that song at all. If you never heard Qtr by Nas, Google Qtr by Nas. Google Super Ugly by Jay-Z. Google The In You by Common. The B In You by Common. Google these songs if you want to hear diss songs. And the granddaddy of them all, hit him up, Tupac. Call the cops when you see Tupac. Oh my good, bro, if you want to hear diss tracks, go listen to diss tracks like that. You know what I'm saying? You can even go with Pac album cuts like Bomb First. Like, that was a diss track. Like, dude, that's all I'm going to say, man. Like, these songs are cool, but it's like the Metro Boomin joint. To me, that joint is trash, juice. That's corny. BBL, Drizzy, just I don't know. First of all, the beat sound like some Beach Boys, some old Summertime remix infused, Happy Go Lucky. That joint is whack, bro. I'm sorry. That does not belong. Nothing like that belongs in rap beef. It does not. It does not. And if this is what rap beef is in 2024, I'm not here for that. I'm not. Like, I want to hear bars like drop, 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 drop. Even some of that is like, to Meet the Grams. The 6 Heart was cool. Some of the stuff was just light. I'm going to be honest. The Euphoria was pretty dope. But even just mixing in some of the, I don't know. Again, man, you want to hear rap beefs. Joe Budden versus Game. They were dropping bars on each other. So that's all I'm saying. Like, rap beef is good for the culture because, number one, it encourages activity, right? We get a lot of music out of this. So as fans, we win because we get music out of this. Like, I'm going to YouTube every day. Like, boom, boom, boom. What's dropping? What's dropping? What's next? You know what I'm saying? If you into watching people's reactions for it, it's all the dope content bloggers and all that is out there dropping reaction vids to it. So if you're into that, the content is out there for you. They're helping us create content. And also as fans, we get dope music. You know what I'm saying? So as long as it just stays on wax, on record though. You know what I mean? Like, we don't need nothing spilling over into the streets, man. We lost a lot of entertainers. You know, like back when I was coming up, that didn't happen all that often. Like the Biggie, Tupac, like that's, you know, we have Freaky Ty, you know what I'm saying, Scott LaRock. Like, you had to happen, but not really. Like, it was every so often. You know what I mean? Like I said, I can only name really 4 or 5 coming up. And then, boom, you young kids, y'all so reckless with guns. Like, it's boom, 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 boom. Every single year, like, y'all losing one of y'all artists to violence, man. And it's crazy, bro. Like, it really is crazy. So I just hope that everything stays. Now I see somebody just went and shot Drake's man, trying to shoot up his house and all that. Like, come on, y'all. Like, let's just keep this on record, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's just make music. Let's talk about each other. Let's have fun. At the end of the day, if y'all want to throw the hands. Put some boxing gloves on. You know what I'm saying? Do it for charity or whatever. Just knuckle it up. Nobody got to know about it. Squash it. Shake hands. Let it go. Never see each other. However y'all going to handle it. But just handle it in a way that nobody has to lose their life behind nothing stupid. You know what I'm saying? Some he said type crap. Like, I'm going to say we too old for that because both of them dudes is like almost 40. Like, come on, we too old for that. All right? But also, we've advanced too much as a society, as a hip-hop culture, to still be falling into, you know, those same pitfalls and those same traps. Like, we got to move past all of that, man. Like, it's okay. I can disagree with you. You can disagree with me. We don't have to, you know what I'm saying, come to blows. Like, we can walk away and just disagree. Like, okay, I don't rock with him. I don't rock with him. It's cool. You don't have to like everybody in life. It's okay. It's okay. I promise you. It's okay if everybody doesn't like you. It's okay if you don't like everybody. I mean, I don't even know how many, it's like 4 billion people in this world. You're not going to like everybody. It's okay. All right, so that's my little breakdown on the beef, man. Drizzy, Kenny, Drizzy. Who you got? Hit me up in the comments. Let me know. Hit me up in my email, kkonktv@gmail.com. Let me know what you think. All right, yo, dark skin Jermaine, take us up out of here, boy. I see you on the flip side. Whew. All right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, let's go ahead and close this thing on out. Why did I slap my hands together so hard? I meant to do it gently. Like, let's close this thing on out. Let's not, I guess you could say we slamming the door on this episode, so to speak. I hope you had a good time watching this one. You know, when I come up with these topics, right, like it's difficult in a way because I can't do what's hot right now because I don't record every week. I don't record every day. I don't record every week. So by the time I record these, edit them, and then put them out, I want the topic to still be relevant. So that's why I try to pick things that may be concerns just in general. Maybe not what's hot. Yeah, every now and then you'll catch me like with the Kendrick and Drake thing I did in this episode, or like episode 2 when I did the Billboard, 50, what was it, top 50 rap groups or things like that when I did the affirmative action piece. So there are times where I will speak on something that's affecting us as a society at that moment. But again, even those have longer lasting impacts than just something to talk about for a day. That's what we do. This is the Coach's Corner, man. Your intersection of sports, special interest, and social commentary, leaning neither left nor right, walking straight down that middle to help you solve this riddle called life. It really means a lot. Your viewership really means a lot. Like, for real, for real. It's a lot of things you can be doing with your time. So to give me, 45 minutes to an hour of your time is very big. Pause. Special to me. Installing that Konnected TV app. That's a big thing to support the company. And also what we're trying to do is provide people with outlets. There's a lot of different things that we do with the Konnected, man, to give people outlets and to give them exposure as well. Like mixtape slots, performance slots, appearances on TV. Just check us out, man, and roll with the movement, man. You know what I'm saying? Also, make sure you hit me up on that email, kkonkTV@gmail.com. Thoughts, opinions about the show, topics you want me to talk about. If you want to be a guest on the show, I can work that out. I promise you I can work that out. Technology is a wonderful thing, y'all. So there's a lot of ways I can bring you on the show. If you have something that you want to talk about, if you have something you want to promote, hit me up, kkonkTV@gmail.com. I will promote your stuff on the show. I will tag you when I post a reel, when I do YouTube shorts. Should I tell people about your product? And we can just grow and help each other network and build, because that's what it's all about, man. It's so much easier to love than it is to hate. That's why it takes more muscles in your face to frown than it does to smile, because it's just easier to love, y'all. It really is. Like, if you think about it, like, it really takes energy to hate on somebody. Like, you have to, like for instance, when somebody come into work or the party or whatever, and they fly as, you know what I'm saying, they put it on, right? As the kids say, oh, you put that on. Then you have to really search to find something to hate on them about, or to be mad at, or to try to criticize. You got to be looking like, His left shoelace is dirty. All right. You be looking like, yeah, you're trying really, really hard. Let's just say, bro, put that on. Or, you know what I'm saying? She wearing the hell out of that. Like, come on, y'all. Like, stop, man. One of the things I try to tell my students all the time, man, is that, just treat other people like how you want to be treated. Like, I know it sounds corny. I know it sounds old manish. I know it sounds Little House on the Prairie-ish. Like, oh, you're not living in today's times, coach. But why not? Like, when did that change? When did that rule, that golden rule or principle change? If we can pinpoint that, we can pinpoint the downfall of our society. Because right now, everybody's just all about self. It's about me. F the next guy, you in my way. Like, that's how we look at each other now. Like, you just in my way. So stop me from doing what I want to do. When, no, we should be here helping each other and using each other as assets and building blocks to get where we all want to go. Instead of thinking that person is in your way, or they the opposite, or your competition. Like, it's just wild. Like, you can see it when you drive in the streets. Like, people will know you have to merge on the highway and still won't let you in. It's like, yo, bro, what are you doing? Like, you gotta let me in. Like, either so now you're trying to run me off the road. So now, instead of you just slowing down a little bit so I can merge in front of you, you'd rather me die and run into the wall. You see what I'm saying, bro? Like just something that simple. Like, we won't even. Whoo! I gotta stop. Because I'm about to start getting mad. Like, when I think about all the stuff, man, in our society, like, just, you see it all the time, man, and it's just continually just promotes the idea of selfishness, man, and it's just too many selfish people out here, man. It's too many of us living in this same space on this round ball we call the earth. We got to share it. We got to get along with each other. We got to like each other, but we got to get along with each other because we all living in the same space, yo. It's only one earth. They're not making more land, all right? They always say that. They don't make more land. That's it. So we all have to share the same resources, man. Love each other, man. Let's build each other up, all right? Can we do that, please, for the old coach? Once again, shout out to all my fellow Tauruses. That's another reason I have on the bull. Shout out to all my University of Buffalo alumni. Shout out to all my Johnson C. Smith Golden Bulls family. See, I'm a bull. Johnson C. Smith Golden Bull, University of Buffalo Bull, and Taurus. Right? I'm a bull by nature, baby. So you play with the bull, you're going to get the... I just made that up off the fly. Shout out to all my McKinley High School, my Mack High alumni, especially that glorious class of 9-5. There's nothing like it, baby. Mack High, co-champs. Yeah, we ended up tying with Riverside in the Turkey Bowl. They ain't play overtime back then, so we ended up having to tie the city championship with another school. I know that's kind of whack, but whatever, it's whatever. Shout out to you for watching this, man. Shout out to all the mothers out there. It's Mother's Day weekend. Unfortunately, my mother, Brenda Gillette, passed away March 14th, 2018. So this will be my 6th year without my mother. I love my mother. Shout out to you, Ma. Just rest, Ma. Love you. Love your moms. Love yourself. Love God. This is the coach, man, signing off. Coach Terry 803. Make sure you follow me. I'm going to follow you. You know how we do. Stay connected.